Not far from Florence in the Tuscan hills lies the ancient town of San Dominiano. Founded in the 10th century, it was not until 300 years later that it began to assume historical importance. Its peculiar architecture was the result of the political conditions of that time. Like all other cities of northern Italy, it was swept by the fierce, devastating feud between the Guelphs and the Ghibellines. This interfamily warfare became so fierce and vindictive in San Dominiano that no family felt safe without a haven of refuge, within which it might stand siege. Accordingly, the tower became a necessary part of every palace. In 1200, there were 72 of these. Today, only 13 remain standing. When, through treachery or surprise, an enemy gained entry to the palace proper, and retreat was necessary, the family and retainers withdrew into the tower, where they could stand siege indefinitely. Food and water were always kept ready for an emergency, and life could go on fairly comfortably and in safety until the besiegers, fearing attack from the adherents of their enemy, were forced to withdraw. This insane warfare reached such a pitch of hatred and fury and was so disastrous to the city that it finally had to surrender its liberty and accept the protection of Florence. Like all great architecture, these towers were the answer to a problem, not a whim or a fancy. And although they are severe and highly utilitarian, they achieve beauty by their grace and proportion. The force which shaped the towers of San Dominiano was the political unrest of the time. That has passed. The towers today are obsolete, an incongruous though beautiful mass, crowning a Tuscan hilltop. The towers of Manhattan, there they stand in their strength and beauty, the result not of political but of geographical and economic forces, the most impressive physical achievement of man that has ever been. And yet, it would be bold prophet who would dare say that 800 years from now, these living, vital expressions of the needs of our time will not be hollow echoes of the past, decaying symbols of an age that is gone, as obsolete and useless as are the crumbling, empty towers of San Dominiano.